I'm Christine, and I'm from New York City. Coming from a place like New York City that's so urban to a city like Florence that is much smaller and much more rustic, there definitely was a difference. Although our universities prepared us for our stay, coming to a different country is still a tough experience. So we thought it would be interesting to ask two people who aren't your typical students, who aren't American and who aren't in their 20s, and see what culture shock is like for them. This is Andre Rodriguez from Brazil, and he has been studying biology for 10 months.
When I first arrived at the airport, I realized how cold was it, and I thought I would have problems with that because I'm from the tropics. But when I arrived in the apartment, I just realized that it was quite hot and it was okay. And actually, comparing to Brazil, I felt colder. I can say that I felt colder in Brazil than here, considering inside the house, because in Brazil we are not used to have heaters, so it was okay.
Hi, I'm Dominic. I'm a Dutch student in Florence. Coming to study abroad is a wonderful opportunity, but experiencing new things can cause culture shock to many students. Coming to Florence the first time, I noticed little differences, like the lack of nature and the beautiful architecture, but the culture shock is much more than this. Philip Travaglione is a non-traditional student from the US, and his experience has been quite different from an average student.
You know, Florence has always been on the list of places that people must go to and see and experience. There's always been a lot of tourists, and every time I visited the city in the past, it's had lots of tourists. So there is one specific difference that I noticed, and that's that in the past, when I got outside of the areas that are tourist focus, I would have to speak Italian, but at this point it seems like all the shopkeepers, the bartenders, the waitresses go pretty quickly right into English after I say buongiorno. So it's definitely lots more English spoken.
The Italian culture is so fascinating, but I remember that when I first arrived in the laboratory, Italians were used to have lunch so late, like 2 p.m. But in Brazil, around midday, we are always already starving. So it was difficult at the beginning. And also because Brazilians, they like a big dish of rice, beans, potatoes, meat, while Italians are happy with only one panini, a small panini.
So culture shock could be a really uncomfortable experience. It could be tough, but just know that all of us feel the same thing. Just reach out, connect to people, learn the language, get information, and all of these will probably help you enjoy your time in this beautiful city all the more.